This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dahl.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch!
Welcome to episode 43 of Beer Bros and BS. This is the most casual episode we've done yet. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian. Tonight I'm joined with
Jose,
the King of Alapata.
JJ the Mel Chef.
Switching it up on you already. All right, so we got a bunch of great beer tonight. We're going to start off like always. We're going to have Jose read off the titles of the beer.
All right, let me see. Today's beers are Hof Tem Dormal.
Hof? We're going to Hof?
Yes, Hof. Like there was a House of Hof from New Belgium. We have the Bourbon Barrel Quad from Boulevard. Then we have the Galactic Double Daisy Cutter Pale Ale by Acre Beer Company. And lastly, we have Old Horizon.
That's what we're starting with.
Victory.
All right, off to a good start.
We're going to Tarantino this.
So let's start
We're going
with
completely out of order.
with the last one. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that, JJ?
All right. It comes from Victory Brewing, which I believe is in Pennsylvania. Well, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And in any case, this is their barley wine, the Old Horizontal.
Horizontal?
Yeah, horizontal.
Old Horizontal.
It's all those pre-beers I had before the show. Sounds like a dinosaur. In any case,
It is a big beer.
yeah, this is a
It's
very big
Jurassic.
beer. It's so this is the 2015 version. Comes in at 11%. So they use 2 rows of German malt. You got some whole flower American hops. So to me, I get it's a little bit more fruity up front for a barley wine, and then you get the warm alcohol taste afterwards. You're looking at typical barley wine color, little cloudiness to it, moderate carbonation. What do you guys think?
I like the nose. It's very sweet. It's more like honey. Like you get that honey type of nose or feel, but it's not like as hot as mead would be.
Right. It's kind of got like a candied flavor to it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's got a good mouthfeel. It's sweet. Got a nice crispness to it. I like it.
Well, it's all right to say Christmas. Actually, they release this beer during the holiday season.
I can see that.
So
I'm trying to put my finger on exactly, what kind of fruit it is that I'm getting here.
it came from the Jurassic period, according to my naming of the beer.
Actually, speaking of Jurassic period, these beer styles age very well because of their high alcohol content.
Oh yes, much indeed.
And we'll get to one of those later. We'll see. The other thing I'd like to mention for those listening is that at the same time we are lounging back, drinking this beer.
Lay back.
And we're also have on the Copa America game, USA versus Ecuador. At this minute, we're still winning, 1-0.
Yeah, it's 47 minutes in.
So if we start screaming, it is because of that. If you're listening to this by now, the match is already over, and you can look at the results.
Yeah, that would be kind of dumb.
Or spoiler,
Unless the viewer is also a stalker.
or the
In
viewer
which
doesn't want
case,
to.
let's wave in whichever direction you're watching.
Come on in.
Just beware, we have kittens in here.
Yes.
And they're dicks.
Yeah, they'll eat your food.
They'll eat your face. Luckily, I have not given them bath salts.
Ooh.
Are you sure? I was starting to wonder if you had.
Beer Bros BS does not condone giving bath salts to any animals.
I actually kind of get a bit of a toffee flavor on this barley wine.
So we're still on the beer.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out this whole time.
Yeah.
There's
No,
a
but
slight acidity.
It's the no. I can definitely taste that candiness.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and like I said, I feel like we've been neglecting on Beer Bros BS, the barley wine, so it's nice to bring it back to me. I'll put this pretty. I don't know how I would have put this on my barley wine list. Maybe top 10.
Yeah, I don't really have too many on my barley wine list, so it might make the top 10.
No, but I used to be like super into it. I mean, obviously it's not like a Bigfoot. You know, if you get like a barrel aged Bigfoot, those are pretty fucking gnarly. But this is really good. I think it's rated like 92% on Beer Advocate or one of those.
So let me ask you guys: would you rather raise your child and have him or her grow up to be a total loser, just a fucking loser, or have your child be taken from you at age 1, but know that they will have a great upbringing and they'll be wildly successful?
I have no kids, so I'll go with option 2 because it'll kind of keep the status quo.
What Alex said.
Yeah,
They'll be better for it, and
I concur.
so will I.
Who knows what
Cheers to that
children
one.
I have?
Yeah, cheers, man.
Who knows what children I have just roaming around there out in the world?
I thought you were going to mean, who knows what children I have? Squatted up in the Kleenex in the back. Okay.
Under the
grew up-
mattress children.
Yes, it grew up to be a wonderful child.
You know, it was one of those memes. It's like, today my kid would have been 2, and I was like, what happened? What happened to them? I was like, I pulled out.
That always reminds me of George Carlin. Hey, cheers to the almighty George Carlin. He had a great joke on. He had a TV show. It didn't last very long, but it was great. And they come up to him like, "Oh, I need a little bit of money." Well, George, you can donate sperm. He was like, "Oh my God, if I would have known that, like I wouldn't been, can I use what's underneath in between my mattress?" Oh, love it. Dude was a genius.
So let me ask you guys this then. You have a crystal ball, and it says you'll die at age 40. Well, let's just put it to age 50. Would you rather use the time to build something meaningful, or go full-on hedonism for the rest of your life?
I'm going to keep the status quo on this one, too.
Yeah, I'm with Alex.
Why would one not? I mean, you could, be so hedonic that it's legendary.
Exactly. I mean, no one's going to remember you in fucking like 100 years from now anyway.
Unless you build something meaningful.
The Van Wilder of human history.
Shit, people aren't going to remember fucking like...
Well, it wasn't Van Wilder. It was Bert Kreischer.
Nice.
And we're actually cool with him.
He's the real Van Wilder?
Yeah, we got to get him on the show. If you're listening, Bert, we've told you to listen to the show. I've wrote to you.
Don't worry. Issa's not anywhere near the show anymore.
No, but I mean, that's his boy.
All right, so let me ask you. Would you rather have all the food you have ever eaten at restaurants now, or have the money you spent eating out?
Wait. So...
And that doesn't count
What?
any freaky shit you've done.
eating it out of certain crevasses.
So you can have all the food right now from whenever you've eaten out. Or
Like,
you can
have
the
it
money.
again?
Yeah.
Nah, I'll take the money.
Yeah, I'll take the money.
Money.
I already ate it.
Man, you're fucking boring. Throw some fucking
Then
curveball.
we need some
Say-
new fucking...
say
would you rather?
the counterpoint.
Yeah, like...
Just for the show, at
Hey,
least.
I remember when fucking I had a really awesome steak. It was delicious. But if I get all that money back, then I can
I
go
already
buy
had
more.
the steak.
I can go buy it again.
No, you could have the steak. You don't have to buy the steak. You
Well,
can
fuck
have it
it.
anyway.
Well,
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
All about options.
Okay. Would you rather be a professional exotic dancer for $80,000 a year,
Yes.
or
Yes,
a
I don't care.
professional porn critic for $20,000?
Oh, in like my spare time? That's a decent little part-time gig.
No. It's your full-time job.
No.
No, I'd rather be a professional dancer.
Yeah, I'll
So
do
you
the
have to
dance.
dance for
Right, so I'll never get fired from being a dancer.
in 30 years.
Oh, shit, then I'll take that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Here comes the middle chef.
80,000 plus tips?
Yeah, to see
No.
my fucking
tips come up
average
with it. Not
wiener.
plus tips.
All right.
Well, either way, I won't have to work too hard for it on the fucking stage if I'm guaranteed 80,000.
Work.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's like,
Okay. Would you rather have an enormous tarantula, peaceful housemate,
as a dancer.
or
It's a little too hairy.
have
for
an
me.
angry yet silent clown exist within your bathroom mirrors?
What was the first part?
Ooh.
Would you rather have an enormous tarantula that's a peaceful housemate, or have an angry yet silent clown that only exists within your bathroom mirrors?
That really sounds shitty, man. The second one sounds super shitty. The
Yeah,
tarantula
I'd rather-
sounds pretty
So you,
cool.
you can only
Yeah,
imagine
I'd
what
rather
he's
have
doing
the
when
tarantula.
you're taking a shit. Just sitting there behind you,
Yeah,
or if you have a side mirror, he's just
I
glaring
mean,
at you.
if I lived
So
in
it's-
bathroom mirrors, I'd be pissed off too, you know?
Yeah.
So it's basically giant tarantula or megahertz clown inside your mirror.
The
Yeah,
tarantula
but
is
the tarantula's
peaceful,
chilling though, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, exactly.
I know,
though.
exactly.
You'd be like your buddy roommate. Your friends come over like, oh, that's Bob.
Yeah, like
He
they,
can-
Bob just
they
like-
freak out the first time they meet him.
You'd be like, yo, we don't have enough chairs. Bob just climbs up the wall, spins a web. You know,
Dude, that'd
Makes
be
little
awesome.
hammocks for
Dude, he
everybody.
can bring you 8 beers at a time.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I don't
cool.
think that,
6
how would
beers.
it, yeah,
I
how would it
guess.
move then?
Oh,
If there was beer,
4 to 6 beers.
Well, it
All
has
right.
one in its mandibles.
yeah, there you go. It'd carry some
5
of
to
his own.
7.
I don't know.
that might be cool. You know, seeing like in at Oktoberfest. The real
Oh, with all the
Oktoberfest,
mugs.
the women come in. I swear to, neither Dan or Tony are here this episode. I proposed to one of the beer wenches, the first one that came and brought us beer. She brought 12 liters of beer at one time in those 1 liter steins. I immediately said to her, "Would you marry me?" She started laughing. She's like, "Oh my God, you're so funny." I'm thinking like, oh, I'll take that as a no. Well, anyway,
You should have popped out the ring.
But yeah, no one wants a silent evil clown. I mean, if you've read
No.
Stephen King's It,
I mean, it doesn't
Pennywise,
sound dangerous. It just sounds, menacing. Like, I don't want to be
try
menaced.
to explain that to your friends when they come over. All right.
I wouldn't. I would just fucking tape record them every
Oh, you
time.
sure? Yeah. Okay, 2 things.
They'll
with
never
that.
come
you
over.
win a lot of money for your horror films.
Two
They'll
things.
They'll never come over.
You're going to record people in the bathroom.
No.
You're going to lose your house. Second thing,
Well, Alex has that
you're
toilet
gonna,
cam.
You're going to have to clean up a lot of piss all over your bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the clown.
shit! Oh, fuck! There's
Don't
piss on
just
the
don't
wall
put
yet.
mirrors in front of the toilet, like just over the sink. Huh?
Yeah,
just when they walk.
So
in.
when you walk in, you're like, the fuck that?
Yeah, you're not gonna pee in that bathroom. Wait, is he in all the bathrooms?
Yeah.
He's in every mirror.
Everybody's going outside then.
You try to have a conversation with a clown, he's just like,
All right. So final, would you rather question of the night?
The best part is that our listeners aren't gonna get your clown impression.
Very good, Jose. This is radio.
All right, buddy.
We haven't graduated to YouTube yet.
it's okay.
All right. So would you rather have fingers as long as your legs, or legs as long as your fingers?
This
it's
is
all-
a good one because this one's terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and the finger things. It's like, do you want dick
Fingers
fingers
as
or do you
long
want
as
leg
my-
fingers? Do you want ear fingers
So
or do
wait,
you want nose fingers?
what's the
I'd be able to
mashup this
dunk.
time?
right?
What do you mean the mashup?
You can
Finally.
dunk.
So you have fingers the size of your legs,
Yeah.
and
Or legs the size of your fingers.
I'd rather have fingers the size of my legs.
Wait,
Are
wait,
they
so you
still
want really
usable?
I
short
already
legs?
do.
You want really
That you
short
do.
legs?
No.
I
I
want
want
really long
longer
fingers.
fingers. Yeah, I want really long
You're
fingers.
gonna like be like. I mean,
You cannot
Granted-
ride roller coasters anymore.
granted, I'll let you use my fingers because they're pretty big, but you know,
Can you imagine just slapping somebody with that?
imagine your dick.
You can
dragging
slap
on
them
the
from
floor.
across the room.
Dude.
I like it. Yeah, I'll go with the
Going back
with
to-
the leg fingers.
Going back to the strip club.
Yep.
Leg fingers.
Wow.
Slapping
I think
3
you-
bitches at a time.
I think you'd be getting into a lot more fights though as well.
Probably be knocking a lot of shit over.
Poke him in the eye.
Tired.
Be-
Fucking dragging those fingers.
It'd be hard
I
to
could-
jerk off.
Well, I mean, if my legs got tired, I could use my hands.
So you're gonna do a hand. You're gonna start doing handstand.
I like to see that, buddy.
I'm just doing handstand on my ring finger and my pinky.
No, I wouldn't even. I don't think I'd even do a handstand. I kind of just like lean on them, right? Like just like lean forward and
Walk like a gorilla.
This sounds like a Guillermo del Toro movie. The fucking one with the Nina. The fucking the monster had the fucking long fingers or whatever, and it had like eyeballs in his hands.
Oh, Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah, remember that shit? He had long ass
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
fingers,
yeah,
all
yeah.
creepy and shit.
Yeah, that was a really creepy
I
movie.
have to say that all these questions do come to us from the good folks at Reddit and the Would You Rather subreddit.
Thanks, Reddit.
So it's not like
Thank you, Reddit.
It's not like
For
I'm a-
dick fingers, vagina mouth, penis nose. Would you
Yeah.
rather?
Dave's just absolving himself of all
Yeah, it's
the
like,
fucking...
how many appendages can we turn into other things?
oh, I have faith in them.
Would you
I have
rather
faith in
have
my fellow
vaginas for
Redditors.
eyes or eyes in every vagina you fuck from now on?
What?
Talk about poking them in the eye.
Gotta catch them all.
So we're pouring out the second beer of the night. Who
Wait.
brought? Hey, want to go ahead and talk about it?
I did.
Very good, Jose.
So the second beer of the night is New Belgium's Hof ten Dormal. It's
Como?
Hof ten Dormal.
Tan normal.
Yes,
Que
the
tienes un tan normal.
ten Dormal. No, it's a golden ale. What it is, it's malted with sunflower seeds. It uses old world ingredients such as size hops, which is the common lager hops, and it also has wild carrots and herbs.
It's very refreshing.
All right.
Whoa,
I'm
carrots
sure
and
you
herbs
guys
is
have
sick.
had this before. You know what this tastes very, very similar to? Midas Touch from Dogfish. Like their old world style of ale.
Okay,
It was like the old, 3,000 oldest beer recipe. This tastes a lot like that.
It's not surprising if it's that old style of beer, you know.
Yeah, what's the,
like the
what's the
Etruscan,
percentage?
the Etruscan or Midas Touch also.
Yeah, what's the percentage?
The percentage is 1 second.
Because Midas Touch is pretty heavy. It's like 9%.
I mean,
It's
this is a
7%.
triple. Really? That's really light for a triple. Wait, this is supposed to be a triple, right?
No, it's just like a old style.
Oh, it's a
old-
gold-
It's like it's a golden ale, but it's more like a Belgian.
Like a Belgian.
Yeah, it
gold.
does taste like a triple.
So
Alright.
like Golden Monkey.
Yeah. Well, Golden Monkey is a
Well, that's a triple.
Yeah.
This color is much lighter than something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's and yeah, and
Yeah,
the
this looks
clarity,
like-
too.
it looks like cider.
It's very transparent.
Yeah, if you hold it up to light.
It does have a little bit of
Yeah, I was very interested in the old world, like historic
Actually, got a
aspect
pretty
of it, but
It's got a pretty good cap. The carbonation is pretty good on it too.
yeah. Although the sunflowers, I'm not sure exactly what they would taste like. So
I kind of taste it on the back end. The aftertaste.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
refreshing.
like a earthy kind of. Well, I mean, that could be the hops too. I guess the flavors they picked really complement each other really well.
It's refreshing, but it's still on the sweet side,
right,
like a Midas Touch. So like I wouldn't want to have a lot of this, like during like a tailgate when it's really hot.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's not a lot of
I don't
hop
know. I could-
balance to it.
I could take a lot of this.
It's not too sweet to you?
That's what she said.
No, I think it's crisp and refreshing enough that I wouldn't get sick of it.
Okay. I mean,
But after like 6 of these, I could see myself, in a
6 of these.
in a pretty good place. Well, we haven't tailgated together before.
No, I
I was gonna say, right.
I feel you.
no, I mean,
That is something you should see,
that should-
listener.
yeah. Tailgating with Dave is good times. It's quite an experience. Don't use the porta potties.
Before or after?
I don't use them.
After like once there's at least 3 shots of whiskey and
You get
about
to
5
experience
beers.
what it feels like to re-enter Earth's atmosphere.
All right, remember
I'll let you feel.
All right, if anyone,
Eyes burning.
if any of our listeners have ever been to Universal Studios, Hollywood or Florida, the old earthquake ride. That's my best
remember
comparison.
that
to,
ride.
Well, for some reason, I don't know what you said to me. I'm just going to go ahead and tell the story quickly. Whatever you said to me in the midst of my consumption of alcohol during
it was a Dolphin
Dolphins game?
Yeah.
I thought it was appropriate to, while you were using the facilities of a, or no, wasn't it
No, it wasn't me. It was Issa.
WrestleMania?
No, it wasn't WrestleMania.
Issa said something. Yeah, our former beer bro Issa, he said something
Preseason Dolphin football.
that upset me, and I told him that he's like, I have to go to the bathroom. I told him not to use the ones that were around us because he upset me so much for whatever. I
don't remember the story behind it. That was a few years ago.
And so he said, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. You're not the boss of me.
And that's the worst thing to say to an intoxicated Dave.
So I said,
it's like
very
poking
well,
the bear.
Very well. I've warned you. You do what you have to do now. I felt like this was like a scene in like episode 3 of Star Wars. It's like Obi-Wan and Anakin, and it's like, I have taken off my robes. Like, I was Obi-Wan. Like, you will do what you must then. And if it's fight we have to do, we will then fight. So he went to the nearest porta potty. As soon as he went in, I started tilting it so it was going off its rocker.
Damn.
Dick move.
And the police were just laughing.
Yeah, because we're in the handicap spots, and that's where all the cops park there. It's easier for them to put the cop cars there, and they were just cracking up. They didn't care. We're rowdy, but we're under control.
And then he came out.
Did it actually tip?
No. If you would have
it's
tipped
like
it,
when you can so
no,
you
if you
can
would have
pound
tipped
on
it,
it,
they would have
and then you
said
can
something.
move it off the base, so it does like the little
A little wobble.
yeah. Just enough. Just enough
so he
it's
peed
like-
his pants.
You're like you get the oh shit, and then he comes out and
You think some of that blue shit splashed his ass?
That's
No,
pretty
no.
deep.
Yeah, that's gross.
I wouldn't
That
do
would be
that.
super gross.
I have my standards, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know
No,
if that
that-
was really in Dave's mind, but it worked out.
That was a tame tailgate if I remember correctly, because I can remember it.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, I've had some pretty tame ones.
No, that's true. Anyway, good times. Anyway.
Anybody want to go ahead and talk to their topic, Jose?
Yeah. My topic for today is not on E3, but what happened very close to E3. It's a video game publisher called Devolver Digital, which does the games such as Enter the Gungeon and Hotline Miami.
Sorry to interrupt you, but USA just went up again.
2-0.
With 65 minutes in.
Okay.
2-0.
2-0.
They make the games Enter the Gungeon and Hotline Miami. They usually set up their booths across the E3.
Their boobs.
Their booths.
Boobs?
Jinx, soda.
I'm still hearing
Hey,
boobs.
cheers, Dave.
Booths.
Still hearing boobs.
So, Devolver.
John Wilkes boobs.
Devolver never really. It's an indie game publisher. They
Would you
never
like a
really
table
wanted
or
to
a
bid in
boob?
E3.
A boob?
Inside the E3 convention. But what they did is that they just ran out. They just park outside, like across the street or near it. So this year, what E3 did is that apparently they put the trucks in a wall, so they couldn't get there.
Oh.
So they would like block access for them to so they can't just ride in and park into the LA Convention Center. So what they did is that they got a huge ass weather balloon and put their logo on it, and they're like, okay, fuck you guys, we're still gonna do it here, and we're gonna do what we want.
That's great.
Shout out to the little man sticking it to the.
Yeah. Hey, Miami
Corporate.
Hotline.
Stick it.
Yeah, that fucking game.
What is
Very
that?
popular. It's like one of those little
Did you say the Miami
8-bit
Hotline? Isn't that
retro
like the suicide call-in?
I was thinking something like along the lines of Club Velvet or whatever, Miami Velvet. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
it-
Right down the
Miami Hotline.
road.
Yeah, it's like an 8-bit GTA type of retro game, whatever. It's known for being super vulgar and.
And if you ever want to join,
Sounds a lot like Miami Velvet.
yeah,
and I was gonna say, if you ever want to get a membership of Miami Velvet, don't forget to use promo code BeerBrosBS. It should work.
Should work.
And if you're listening, Miami Velvet, we'd like to have you invite us over to do a show.
Yeah, we'd love to record there if you have enough hand sanitizer.
Or a partnership. Yes. Or a partnership where Beer Bros and BS actually does always work.
And we can come in pairs if that makes it easier for you. I choose Jose. It's mine.
I got JJ.
Dan
Yes,
and
sir.
Tony can get together.
yeah. Lord knows they have experience at those kind of places from back in the day. Not throwing them under the bus.
What?
No, oh wait, We're talking about titty bars?
No.
Miami Velvet's a swinger bar. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, they don't have experience there. Thank God.
That totally sounds believable now.
No, like
Question is, which one?
No.
I hope their significant others don't listen to the show.
Well, we know that's not true. No, but so you said talking about titty bars on this show. Fucking, my brain went automatically to that.
Yeah. But
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, the news
So
story.
back to John
Well, you
Wilkes'
kept saying
boobs.
about boobs.
So the boobs. I brought up this story because I realized that E3 isn't like open to everybody. It's only open to like industry professionals. But like they did this because they wanted like actual gamers like to just like show up and like have
The
fun.
little man.
Yeah, the little man.
Yeah, EA doesn't have a booth this year, as well as Bethesda. They set up their own thing outside and then had after the conference where fans can come in. So I have a feeling EA next year is going to be very different. There might be a public couple days, so that'd be pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Keep going. Don't have to wait for me. We're casual as fuck
You
today.
could tell that golden
Hey,
ale
it's
was really,
late.
really well carbonated.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Burped up a storm.
Ooh, thanks for not doing it to the microphone.
I try.
Anyway.
I tried to blow it at you actually.
To blow it out of
Oh yeah, I know you do, Dave.
We started a war right now.
So I had a feeling Jose was going to cover some E3 news. Yeah, but you can go on the internet for that. E3 was awesome. But anyway, my thing.
Why go on the internet when you got Beer Bros delivering it to you after the fact?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still going on.
We'll hit
today.
the highlights.
Yeah, today it's a recap episode. I mean, today's the last day of E3. But anyway, I wanted to talk about.
This ain't gonna get posted today. So
No, this is hey.
you gotta think about it like that.
Yeah, good point. But any case, I was going to talk about. You always hear about movies that are in production that never come to be. So mine is horror movies that really had cool concepts that never they were this close, just so close to being made, but there was last minute reasons for them getting shut down. And
I hate to interject at this part, but did you say horror movies or did you say horror movies?
horror.
Because we're getting back to the same topic.
Yeah.
I'm hearing horror movies.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, and I'll get to talk about
It
my.
could be Halloween or Halloweeny.
Yeah, no,
depends,
yeah, it's definitely Halloween. So that's a big fan
it
of the
is
genre.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But so I just wanted to talk about a couple of the different ones that people may not have heard of. The first one is they made Freddy versus Jason as a movie, but the original concept was going to be Freddy versus Jason versus Ash from Evil Dead, so Bruce Campbell. And they had everything in the books. Sam Raimi was going to be one of the producers. They had everyone was lined up, but then the main studio, which was New Line, I believe, they're the ones in charge of Nightmare of Elm Street. And since they're the higher grossing film and it was going to be published and put out from them, they said no because Sam Raimi wanted the ending to be that Ash defeated both of them. He kills both of them, like the Evil Dead movies. Have been a fun movie, but never happened. So that's one instance. Another one was...
This is really sad because I'm getting hyped hearing about these movies.
Yeah, like it would have been awesome.
Oh, but you'll never see it, though. It doesn't exist.
Depressing as fuck.
So yeah, another one. What's interesting about some of these movies is so George Romero, who did Night of the Living Dead and all the Living Dead series, at one point he was going to do a movie adaptation of The Stand from Stephen King.
Oh, wow.
And it would have been at that time.
I think they are doing one though now.
Right. But this would have been one of the first ones. And, of course, his take on it was going to be very gory and over the top. And that, unfortunately, didn't work due to budgeting reasons. And then, obviously, and Warner Brothers had a big step in on that. And one last one. I mean, there's a whole bunch of these. But the last one is Steven Spielberg was going to do...
Spielberg?
Spielberg. And it was shortly after he did Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which,
Great movie.
Awesome movie. So he already made his name out there, so, he's got Jaws under his book, he's got Close Encounters, and he was like, all right, well, I did Close Encounters, and that was something for everybody. Everyone can watch. He's like, well, I want to go a little bit dark. I want to get into the horror genre.
Oh, man, we missed out on a Spielberg horror movie?
Right? How awesome that was.
Oh, my
and
God.
So this was really close to coming out. The movie already had a title. It was called Night Skies, and it was kind of gonna be a follow-up to Close Encounters, but kind of its own story about the UFO sightings in Kentucky in
something
1955. We have a goal for
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Scored, so they're on the board now.
An equatorial goal, if you will.
Yeah, there you go. So, but hey, we're still winning, USA. In any case, so Night Skies, the idea was he already had it lined up. He had artist Rick Baker, who's done a bunch of creature effects. He had a bunch of awesome writers on here that he was going to do. He had people from Poltergeist, Gremlins, you name it. And
Fuck, man, what got in the way of this one?
So Poltergeist Gremlins.
This just
Wow.
sounds like an all-star kind of fucking production.
Yeah. He hired John Sayles, who did the original Piranha and the original Howling films, to do the screenplay. It got approved. Everything went through. And just last minute, he felt that was going to take away from... Spielberg thought that it was going to take away from his rise to being a blockbuster director. And he felt that was a step backwards.
A reputation thing.
Exactly. So
that's so sad, man.
And so the next film he made after that, E.T.
Well, classic in its own right, but totally different direction.
But
he was worried about his brand, huh?
So, but can you imagine like E.T. Because there's actually photos online. I guess I could put something on the Twitter about it. There's links of the actual like alien makeup. They're like these goblins. As you can see, I'm showing some of the guys.
That is pretty sick.
Yeah,
man.
they're pretty creepy looking. There's Spielberg actually right next to him.
That was a really creepy.
So yeah, and it was going to be very, like if you ever saw Fire in the Sky,
Almost like a...
Yes, as you were describing, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of getting like a Fire in the Skies vibe.
So the idea is like you get abducted, and the idea that I kind of left it out. The idea is that they haunted these people in this farmhouse, tortured them. It was very violent, very intense.
What was that Alaska? The movie that takes place in Alaska about abductions. Is it Fifth Kind?
Oh, the Fourth Kind.
The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, that's a really good one too.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
So yeah, there's a numerous amount of other ones. So I don't keep going on. There's a Hitchcock one about serial killers from the 50s that he wanted to do that got shut down. Just because it was so graphic and
which means it would have come out nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. It was called Kaleidoscope. It sounded really awesome.
I wonder if you can still have access to some of the like whatever production runs that they had.
I doubt it. They're probably stored in.
Yeah, they're probably.
Haven't you ever seen the beginning of Animaniacs? They get locked away in the water tower, never to be heard from again.
Yeah, exactly. And just to throw one last one out there, Guillermo del Toro, since we were talking about him, Lovecraft had a really famous novel. It was At the Mountains of Madness. If anyone's ever read that is a fucking crazy ass book. And so he was going to do the movie adaptation. And for the video game fans out there, for E3, Dead Space, which is scary as fucking all hell, super tense. Yeah. John Carpenter was originally penned to do the movie adaptation, but he decided to work on his music.
So many things we've missed out on. This is terrible,
right? So it makes me sad. So,
and I love horror movies. That's my favorite genre. Second favorite. My favorite is horror movies.
You threw me off for a second. I was like, wait.
See, the Stand that they're actually making by Stephen King. And I doubt you guys have read that one because it's like you read The Stand.
Yes.
The whole book.
Yeah, a very long time ago. I don't remember.
So it was the original. Oh, so it wasn't the uncut then.
No.
Because the original is like 800 pages.
Oh yeah, I definitely
the full cut and uncut version was 1,100 pages. Oof. That's like Bible-esque.
Nice.
It's a decent story. Kind of, Stephen King is great at descriptive, telling you, making you feel like you're there. And I think they have I think Idris Elba is attached to it because they're making either a series now or a.
That is actually the Dark Tower that.
The Dark Tower
that he's in.
Well, it's the same character from The Stand. That's what it is.
Right.
He was introduced there, but that brings us to our third beer of the night, brought to us by Reyes.
I would love to. I think JJ is really going to love this one. This is Galactic Double Daisy Cutter Pale Ale from Acre Beer Company in Chicago. It is, I believe, the Imperial. All right. So Daisy Cutter is sort of their flagship pale ale. It's a wonderful beer if you've ever had it. It has tremendous floral notes. Double Daisy Cutter is their Imperial version. And this is Galactic Double Daisy Cutter, which is dry hopped with Galaxy hops.
Woo!
Which gives it that wonderful.
Yeah, you can definitely taste the
tropical
Galaxy.
Yeah, it's very apparent.
What do you think, Jose?
It's not so. The hops aren't so, as well.
This is a double IPA.
Take your time.
Yeah.
The malt bill is definitely there.
The hops are. I mean, yes, that's what I was going to say. The malts isn't. It's very overpowered. I mean, underpowered by like the hoppiness on this one.
I know. I'm going to quote a movie here. I'm going to say, you said yourself, bitch. We're the Guardian of the Galaxy hops. Oh, dude, this is awesome, dude. There is not enough Galaxy hop beers. I fucking love Galaxy hops.
Tell us about them. Where are they from?
From the Galaxy.
No, from
They're
Australia.
located in the
That's
third,
right.
From New
That's right,
Zealand.
Jose.
on the third planet in the
Where?
New Zealand.
Oh, see,
Is it
So
New
is this
Zealand?
one?
I thought it was Australia. It might be New Zealand.
see.
No, I think it's NZ. Yeah,
Wow.
New Zealand.
It's definitely from over there.
Yeah, it's from Oceania.
Okay. Whatever,
in
dude.
the planet Earth,
Yes.
also known as Terra, the third planet from the sun, Sol,
Yep.
in this system, in the lower left quadrant of the Milky Way galaxy.
We're off in one of the arms. We're in one of the spiral arms, just hanging out. Nice and far away from that giant black hole.
Rocking out with our comments out.
Hey.
Yeah. I like it.
So yeah, what I was going to get to is that most of these pale ales, like the double IPAs or like the Zombie Dust, what they do is that they have a lower malt build. Like they don't have a heavy malt build, but they have more of a hoppy. So they showcase the hops more.
Right. The typical Midwest pale ale
Was-
is definitely hop forward, very light on the malts.
Yeah, and you see that here too.
I think that this being a double IPA, has my mic been off the whole time? I don't know. JJ gave me a funny look. I had to check.
No, I was just saying if you saw what Dave was doing, he was he downed the beer immediately and he was licking the foam out of the inside of the glass. It was fairly disturbing.
I wish we could have caught that on camera for the viewer. I wish the viewer would have caught it.
No,
He can come in if they want to.
the show
Or
would have been
she.
canceled.
As I do a double take on outside my window, I'm
It
like,
reminds me of what's the last
it's
episode?
a silent clown. The silent clown is behind you.
Through the
What was it?
window.
The last episode we recorded here, before I came in, I had some a voyeuristic tendency, and I took a
That
picture.
sounds so bad.
Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. I took a picture of inside the house before I came in, and it's funny because I saw I saw Reyes, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of him, and I'm gonna send it to him through Snapchat. And I took the picture, and it flashed off. And next thing you see Jose like peek his head over, like, and he gets this look of like, what the fuck was that? Was that a flash? And you see the cat's like, oh, I see you, human. Come inside. Come inside now, human. I know you. And Jose's like coming closer. I'm like, fuck, let me just hurry up and take this picture. And he's like, I guess it's nothing. I guess it wasn't a.
so you
flash.
have like everybody looking at the TV, but you have only me just looking outside the window, just
know.
like staring, blank stare.
And then I sent it.
We should share it. We should share this picture with the viewer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
I
reminds
mean,
me.
the listener.
Yeah, it reminds me.
Soon to be viewer.
Yeah, it reminds me of Scream. It's like, do you like scary movies?
Right?
Reminds me of the movie, Scary Movie. Hi, kids. You like scary movies?
I always wanted the ball knocker from that movie.
You can actually buy that for your truck. If you had a truck.
No, but I want it where, like, if you fucking knock the balls on the door, fucking
Your brother would too.
motherfucker. And and would have the
Rocking
instead of the
balls
doorbell,
around.
it would be the oh.
Oh, like an electronic one, like when you lift it out. Oh.
Chinese ball.
Benoit balls.
balls.
Fuck you, Dave. Moving along.
All right. Well, since you brought me up, I guess I'll go next.
Oh, your topic's about balls, huh?
No, I was going to talk about the return of Florida Man.
Hey.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that might involve balls.
Florida man.
Florida man.
We need a theme song for this. Like, where's the soundboard for
I
like
thought-
a Florida man sound?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I feel like it would be like a gator. What sound do the gators make?
Oh, that's a poor taste.
It might not. You know
In
what? It
poor
might not be
taste,
too
Rays.
soon by the time this gets posted.
Well,
Florida
in theory,
Man.
I'm off tomorrow, so I intend on posting this tomorrow
Oh.
at some point, but we'll see about that.
Not cool.
Okay, so out of Port St. Lucie, cocaine falls out of Florida man's arms cast as he talks to police investigators. A Port St. Lucie man may have been too animated during the conversation because of some hidden contraband that fell out of his forearm cast. Arnold Lisansky, 57, was speaking with investigators after they stopped his pickup truck on May 17th because of a faulty brake light. While speaking with them, Lisansky became overly energetic and cracked cocaine. Oh, and a cracked cocaine rock fell out of his cast.
Oh, a single rock?
Yeah.
Bummer. Fuck.
Lisansky told investigators that he thought, in quotations, I got rid of it along with all the others when I first saw you.
Wow.
Okay. Out of Key West, we have an argument over fart gets Florida man into fight. This was really fucking weirdly written, and it's funny because none of these stories ever happened in Miami, and very rarely do they ever happen in Broward County.
It's always like Central Florida.
Yeah,
typically.
this was out of Key West, and this was actually came to us from the Miami Herald, and I had a fucking hard time understanding it. But essentially, a fight broke out between two couples this past weekend. Who one couple remains unidentified, and it broke out inside of Sloppy Joe's, which is funny that a fart would break out in Sloppy Joe's.
It was extra sloppy.
One of the benches. It was a bench clearing brawl.
And evidently, it was some guy who started yelling at a woman that was there with her husband and their friends they met up with, and the guy grabbed her, and all the other guys stepped in, and then the guy's the unidentified guy's wife came over and pushed the girl, and the girl pushed back, and then the guy tried to hit the unidentified guy.
This is all over a fart?
Yeah. Like,
Who farted?
Did you fart on? It remains unknown.
All right.
You smelled it, you got it.
this.
Yeah. Like
Here we go. And
throws
I'm
me
telling you,
off.
I read this several times. I could not make sense of it. But here we go. An unidentified man tried to pull the woman away as others began to step outside the dispute.
Because she farted?
Yeah. Who pushed the man, police said. The man retaliated by striking the one guy in the face, and he responded by tackling, and according to this, his wife, which makes no fucking sense.
He tackled his own wife?
That, according to the Herald, but I think they meant to say he tackled the unidentified woman, which he then
The alleged flatulator.
No. I think his wife was the alleged flatulator, but supposedly he dislocated his shoulder after that tackle. So it was one hell of a fucking tackle.
Jeez.
must have won.
One hell of a fart.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must have been one flatus.
No charges were filed.
Only flatus.
And it's funny, I said that
Breaking
properly.
wind and
Because
collarbone.
if you look at how I wrote this down, no files were charged.
Wow.
I said,
No files were charged.
I am dyslexic.
All right.
So
That's kind of odd. I mean, like, if anyone's been to Sloppy Joe's,
Fine establishment.
yeah, like, I mean,
Decent concreters.
it's opened on those two sides, and there's usually a pretty good breeze going through there. Like,
what's that night?
They're also trying to do their craft thing, huh? They have the little craft bar in the back on the side.
yeah, that must have been a hell
That
of a
must be
fucking
new
fart.
since World of Beer that was across the street closed.
Or
was rebranded.
I think they opened it right at the same time the World of Beer opened.
Right.
Because that was no longer there. It
Yeah,
got
that World of
rebranded.
Beer is no longer there. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if that craft beer bar
Oh, they
in the
closed
back
the
of
World
Sloppy
of Beer.
Joe's is still there. I haven't been there in like a year.
Yeah,
and
but
a half.
I think that was the sloppy. That Joe's, I think, burnt down a long time ago, and then they.
No. I'm talking like this is like maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They had
Oh, okay.
they had like a bar in the. All right, so Sloppy Joe's is on Duval. I forget what street it is that runs on the north side of Sloppy Joe's.
Right.
But on that side, right, because Sloppy Joe's is on the corner. On the north side of Sloppy Joe's, there's a small bar that's supposed to have a decent craft beer selection.
Oh,
And it's owned and operated by Sloppy Joe's.
yeah. It's
Ironically,
it's called the Wet Bar. This dude just told me about it. That I met at Funky Buddha 3-year festival. Happy 3 years, Funky Buddha.
Happy 3 years.
Great festival. It was well organized. Got beers super quick. But yeah, I believe it's Wet Bar. He said that's right close to there, and they have about 40 something plus
Yeah,
taps.
sounds right. Yep.
Ironically, when I'm in Key West, I'm not looking to drink craft beer. I'm looking to get
Jameson.
Pina coladas.
rum.
Oh yeah,
I drink
you're a
rum
fucking big Jimmy Buffett fan, so you want to do
I
your
love
pina
rum.
coladas.
No, those are margaritas, man.
Oh, margaritas. Didn't you have a song about
Wish
pina coladas too?
the way you get a margarita.
Yes, I know the song.
No,
In a
I
pina colada.
laid back,
Oh yeah, wait, no, I got Guardians of the Galaxy on my mind. Fuck. Yeah.
laid back and key wasted. That's the song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No shirt, no shoes.
Well,
no
it's funny 'cause I'll actually go
problem.
down to, I think it's Kevin's. What's the Irish bar? That's like it's like two
Yeah.
or three
Yes,
bars.
it is Kevin.
Yes,
That's
it's
literally
Kevin's.
And I
down
have an
Sloppy
awesome
Joe's.
story about Kevin's.
Everyone has an awesome story
On
from Kevin's.
On St. Patrick's Day. I'm there. I've been having a good time with some of my friends on Sheen Break 2011. And this lady walks in with shamrock pasties and a skirt. And she's totally wasted. And she's like falling all over this guy. And she's like holding onto his belt buckle. So I started chanting, "Suck his dick! Suck his dick!" And she did it.
The dick sucking commenced.
She did. She didn't finish it or anything, but she definitely pulled out his dick and put it in her mouth in the middle of the bar.
God bless the Key West.
Yeah, God bless Key West.
Sounds like an average Friday afternoon at Kevin's.
Dude, the Keys are fantastic. They're a magical place. I can't wait to go back.
Okay, so back to Florida man. Out of Indian County, drunk Florida man pees out of police car while arrested. Okay, so this guy was arrested for speeding. The arresting officer said he had red, glassy, bloodshot eyes, and there was a plethora. He used the word plethora in the police report
Love it.
of empty beer cans littering his truck. After he failed a bunch of field sobriety tests, he was placed into a squad car taken to the county jail. On the way there, he told the officer that he needed to use the facilities. The officer told him to wait. He said he couldn't hold it. But because he seemed like, how did he put it? He said he'd offered the police officer to just pee his pants. No, the officer said that he would have preferred that the guy just peed his pants. But the suspect decided to...
Whip it out.
He said he was so touched by the arresting officer that he decided to avoid whizzing in the car by attempting to aim his stream out the window by kneeling on the back seat and aiming his urine out the window. Although the arresting officer would have preferred he would just pee his pants, the suspect then went ahead with his plan. In the process, he splattered urine all over the passenger seat and floorboard of the cruiser.
Serves the cop right.
Later, when they arrived at jail, the suspect told the officer, "I might be a little drunk, but I'm not a lot of drunk." The breathalyzer, he blew, the first time he blew it, it was a .138.
Oh, sounds like a regular Tuesday night.
The second test was a .141.
So it went up.
It went up.
Jesus Christ.
He was still getting drunk while he was being
Just so you know, in the state of
Sounds
Florida,
like water rolled. What he had going on in the back seat.
the legal limit is .08.
Yeah.
Out of Lake Worth, Florida man causes car crash and then shakes bottle of rum at police.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Party poopers.
After 33-year-old Florida man fled from the scene of several car crashes that witnesses say he caused, he got out of his van yelling incoherently and shook a bottle of Bacardi rum at the first responders.
Free plug for Bacardi.
So he faces charges of failing to remain at the crash with several injuries, this and that. Investigators on the scene said he exhibited signs of being under the influence. He was not charged with a DUI
Love it.
because his BAL came back as .063,
Take that, law enforcement.
which was below the .08.
Which is why he's shaking the bottle of rum at him. He knew it.
That's awesome.
He was released from the Palm Beach County Jail with on $3,000 on Thursday, according to the court records.
Oh my God, that's like my a good friend of the show, Serge. Oh wait, he was on episode 4, I believe, our WrestleMania special. Man, that boy, he can have 1 or 2 drinks and he'll be way under the limit, but man, he'll be doing shit just like that, taking off a shirt and doing the helicopter and like woo.
0 to 100.
Florida woman assaults other Florida woman with golf club in fight over spilled milk.
Ow. That sounds...
You say not to cry.
There's no crying over spilled milk.
Well, you're
but
going to
it
cry
doesn't say anything
for
about
fighting
fighting.
the golf club.
So Michelle Peterkine was taken into custody late Monday
She wasn't so kind.
following an altercation between her and the neighbor that lives below her. Peterkine dumped her cereal off her second floor balcony, part of which landed on the victim's foot. The victim took a cup of ice water and threw it at her car in retaliation. Deputies say that Peterkine reacted by throwing a golf club from the second story that struck the victim in the face, leaving a cut on her forehead. Peterkine was charged with aggravated battery with a weapon and released from jail 17 hours later.
What's wrong with people, man?
And the final Florida man story of the night.
Is this about the ribs?
No.
Oh.
Florida man commits crime and asks for prison time to get even with his son's killer.
Wow.
Now, that sounds pretty honorable. Yeah, like, I'm going to go to prison.
What do you do to go to prison?
Out of Palm Beach Gardens, police say a Florida man who sexually assaulted a woman then called...
That's what he did?
He called 911 to turn himself in.
Son of a bitch.
And told them he wanted to go to prison to get even with a person who killed his son. 49-year-old Joel Jones was sentenced Thursday to 25 years in prison
Oh, he's got his chance.
on a conviction of armed sexual battery.
Did he actually do it?
It doesn't say.
Sexual battery.
They said he
Punched her in the tit.
It doesn't matter because he got 25 years for it.
If you punch a girl in the tit, is that sexual battery?
I have no idea.
But I mean, like, if there's another party that doesn't say anything, that confuses me.
What
Anyway,
if you uppercut her in the taint?
Yeah.
Shout out to Dane Cook.
Tank Cook. I can't believe you left off. I read a story this week.
Hold on.
Sorry.
But you do realize he's probably not going to end up in the same prison.
Probably not. Yeah.
Oh,
Because they keep records of that. They keep records of, hey, this prisoner and this other cellmate is not going to be a good thing.
I'm not buying that.
So, the thing is, the newspaper reports that the victim told authorities that he attacked the lady in August 2014 as he was showing her an office building that she'd be cleaning. Sounds like a fucking setup right there.
Yep.
She said that he let her go after the attack, and she heard him calling 911 as she left.
That's super awkward.
Yeah.
According to an arrest report, he said he wanted to go to prison to get even with the person who killed his 14-year-old son.
Oh.
So he was like, well, if I'm going to go to prison, I'm going to go for prison for something worth it.
Well, that doesn't sound
But
worth it.
why would you even lay out your
weird,
what
man.
your
I
plan
I feel like
is?
you should rob a place.
No, but it feels weird because
Yeah, and donate the money
if you're
to
doing
charity or
that,
something.
if you're doing that,
Donate
and you
it
went
to
through this
myself, I'm
length,
gonna need
why
legal
would you
fees.
tell them your plan? why you want to go to prison?
I don't
That
know.
just makes them like, no, we're not going to put you in this.
Clearly not very good at this.
Yeah.
It must be his first time.
This is amateur hour.
I feel like this isn't this a fucking season of Prison Break? Doesn't one of the fucking brothers do something to go to jail to help the other brother get out?
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
And this brings us to our fourth and final beer of the night, which I also brought. It is, I gotta read it,
It's the
Boulevard Brewing. It's their Bourbon Barrel Quad from 2014.
Boulevard, you say?
Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Bourbon. Bourbon Barrel Quad.
Oh,
Oh man, that reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy as well. Bully, 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 bully.
Bully, bully, bully.
The high-end community of craft beer drinkers. Blah, 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 bully, bully, bully.
So this has an IBU of 26%,
Bully, blah, blah.
an ABV of
Blah, 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 blah,
11.8%. What do you guys think of it? Oh, wow, just the smell of this thing.
Yeah, I haven't
Has a
taken a
bourbon
drink yet, and the smell is amazing.
Oh my god.
Nice bourbon nose.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very good.
I think they moved actually to make this a year-round available.
I think I've seen it. I've seen 2000.
They're gonna put it in
the store.
four packs. Boulevard will be having the bourbon barrel quad in 4 packs, 12-ounce bottles.
It comes in a dark copper color with a very thin tan head. And it's I don't know if I love the smell more, the aroma, or the beer itself.
I kind of like the smell a little bit more.
That aroma is just something.
Yeah, the smell's
fantastic.
amazing. It's a very good beer.
Make a reduction out of it. Cook with it.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yes, that's.
It's not as pruny as I would expect it.
Speaking of pairings and things you do with beer and whatnot, I recently, as I shared with the rest of you guys, got my CBS certified beer server thing from Cicerone.
Congrats.
Woo!
Thank you. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about what the Cicerone
Applause
program
sound
is.
effect.
Yeah, the sound effects aren't plugged in today. We're casual today.
It's casual Thursday.
So yeah, I was actually surprised to learn that there are only 7. Well, I should start from the beginning, right? So there's 4 levels to this whole Cicerone thing.
Yeah, first explain what it is for those who don't know.
To be a Cicerone is to be sort of the equivalent of to be to beer what a sommelier is to wine. The idea is that you would be able to detect certain distinct flavors, off flavors in beer, be able to pair beers with food, which is kind of what reminded me about this. And it turns out that, so there's 4 levels. You start off at level 1, which is the certified beer server. The next level is a certified Cicerone. There used to be only 3 levels. They recently introduced a new level called advanced Cicerone, so that would be level 3. And the final level is level 4, master Cicerone. The reason they introduced the 3rd level, advanced Cicerone, is because there were so few people that had master Cicerone because it's so difficult to attain. In fact, there's only 7 people in the world that have the title of master Cicerone.
Any of them live in this country?
Yes, I believe all of them live in this country. The Cicerone program is from the United States. It was started, I want to say Northwestern University. It may have been Chicago University, but I know it's from Illinois. And yeah, they started. They wanted to make it as legit as possible, but still accessible.
Both are in Chicago, though.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff, man. I mean, it's a long road. It's expensive.
So one is the entry level, which like once one is
Right.
like a bachelor's.
The first
2
one
is your master's, and 3 would be your PhD, and 4th is like your god tier beer person.
Yeah, it would seem like that. To be perfectly honest, though, the first level is kind of akin to just getting a bartending certificate. It's not so prestigious, but the jump from level 1 to level 2 is enormous. Level 2 requires such a breadth of knowledge on beer. It's intimidating, and it's definitely something that takes a lot of time, and you have to diligently study for it. And it's not only theory. You can't just talk the game. You have to pass an off flavor panel testing. So you have to identify off flavors in beer. You have to identify a beer. You have to identify the style of beer just by tasting it. So it's really
How do they do it? Do they do a triangle test on it, or?
Well, so the way the exam is set up for level 2 certified Cicerone is that first I believe there are something like 200 questions, short answer, fill in the blank, on everything from styles of beer to pairings to actual like bar service. So what it means for like a glass to be clean enough. how to work a draft line. Apart from the written exam, then there's a demonstration portion, which typically they give you a piece of bar equipment, and you have to demonstrate how it works. So this could be anything from like a tap handle, right? Easy as shit, right? Just fucking pull a lever, to assembling a coupling for a keg, which is a little bit more. If you haven't worked in the industry, it would be difficult to actually know how to do it. And that portion is video recorded, and it's graded afterwards. Just a fun fact to throw in there. And then finally, there's the tasting portion, which is 12 samples divided into 3 sections. One section is off-flavor tastings. Another section is identifying beer styles. And the last section is actually really, really tricky because they give you the scenario is that there is a patron at a bar has returned this beer. They tasted it. They said, "Oh, I think there's something wrong with it." Your job is to taste it and determine, is it fit to serve? If it's not fit to serve, what's wrong with it? So,
do they make you actually drink the beer? Or?
Yes, you're tasting this beer in front of, I think it's like 4 people, and they're sort of judging. They're judging you.
And you're like, this is a great sour. And they're like, oh, it's supposed to be a stout. And you're like, well, that would tell you.
I love sour stouts.
Well,
they tell you what these are all commercial beers. They tell you which beer it is for that particular section. For the section where they're returning the beer, they tell you what beer it is, and then you determine, is it fit to serve, and if it's not, what's wrong with it. And that's really the toughest part because it might taste okay to you,
How commercial is commercial?
Well, just something that you would, I'm guessing it would still be a craft beer, but it would be something that's nationally available.
like Highlight.
Like a high, no,
or Sierra
maybe more
Nevada.
like, I was thinking like a Sierra Nevada, a Stone, a New
Dogfish.
Belgium, a Dogfish, something like that. You also, I had imagined that at least for the off flavor portion, they would probably use a beer, a lighter beer, maybe a lager or a pilsner, something that doesn't have
As many complexities, like
excuse
inside
me,
it.
but yeah, exactly, yeah. I didn't want to offend any of the pilsner or lager drinkers. Something a little less complex, so that the imperfection would be easier to detect.
So you heard it here, Beer Bros and BS. We are legitimate.
We're on our way.
We're certified.
It's a matter of time.
Yes.
We're a certified G, and you can't teach that.
Nope. Well, actually, yes,
you
you
kind of can. Because I don't think he was born with this knowledge.
Yeah,
He was like, the effervescence of this.
Hey, but anybody interested in getting the CBS, I highly recommend you go after it. It's super easy.
Contact us at Beer Bros and BS. We can give you more information.
And use promo code Beer Bros and BS.
It should work.
It should work.
Shit, there was a thing I was going to ask you about. You said something in the middle.
Cicerone?
Yeah, it was
That's
part of
funny.
the testing. I had a question about.
The demonstration part, or
Did you have to take it out? Is that what you want to ask, JC?
Fuck.
was it the tasting portion, the fill in the blank? Was it about the levels? Because there's levels to this shit.
Yeah. If I think about it later, I'll bring it up in another episode. I'm still caught up on Dave's Florida Man because I wanted to mention there was a guy that hid ribs in his pants.
Oh, yeah.
And
Are you sure that was Florida?
I thought it said Florida. I thought it said it was out
I'm
of
not sure.
Walmart.
I don't think that was Florida.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the guy that kept pulling shit out of his pants?
Yeah.
And he had a whole rack of ribs in
I don't
his
think
pants.
that was Florida.
I saw that video too.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Anyway, but damn.
He whipped out.
I had an important beer question about the
Was it about the styles?
fucking beer test.
Identifying off flavors? I could keep this going. You want me to just say the whole thing over
No,
again?
no, definitely don't do that.
Do not torture your listeners, please.
Listener.
Reads.
I know, I give up. All right.
We like to make that one listener feel special.
Is it a listen her or a listen him?
Both.
Ooh.
We have all kinds of listeners.
We don't
both.
We drink beer together.
But it's both.
we don't judge here at Beer Bros and BS.
We drink beer together.
Gender fluid listener.
Gender neutral beer company. If you're into beer, we like you.
or BS. We like you too.
That's the reason I'm here. That's the only reason I'm here, and you guys tolerate me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Actually,
into
when you
bros
mentioned,
and you're a lady.
I wanted to get
Give
back
me a
when
call.
the Dave's Florida man,
Holla, holla, holla.
when he
Let me
said
holla at you. Holla, holla, holla.
Holla, holla, holla.
the news story that when the guy opened the car, he had like a plethora of beer cans. That just reminded me of Rick.
That's right there with my dinosaur that I said for the residential dental.
Residential title.
I was trying to make it even worse.
Keep
I
going. Just
succeed.
keep going. Just keep talking. Ignore them.
Ignore the noise.
So tell us more about the plethora.
Plethorosaurus.
The plethora.
Is that what babies are wrapped in? Feti are wrapped in the plethora.
Plethora.
Here, can I tell this one quick story before you go?
Before you go, we're in his house. He's not going anywhere.
Get the fuck out of here, Dave. Fuck you.
This cat has a gun to us. It's like, y'all fucking leaving now. You have 5 minutes to wrap it up, B.
Dude, they're in coma land. They fucking Alex fed him the chicken sandwich.
With the egg on the side.
And they were so hungry, so they finished on this.
So they ate the next sandwich too.
No,
Your
no,
fridge
it wasn't
is
a
empty,
sandwich. It was
Jose.
mashed potatoes and ketchup.
Savages don't eat anything.
They fucking get up in the morning, they fucking open the fridge, it's empty.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, the cat's already been through it.
happens to you too.
No, but it
Well, we
reminds
have
me
a
of...
plethora of
Oh,
topics.
okay. I remember now. I'm sorry.
And dinosaurs.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, by day I'm a mild-mannered librarian, and one of the things that you have to deal with is one of the first rules of being a librarian is that when people come to ask for books and things, they don't necessarily know what they want. They think they know what they want, but they really don't. And we have to do what's called a reference interview to figure out what you really want, what's the core of what you're trying to look for, and then we can go from there. So a guy, as this kid came up to me and asked for a book on a thesaurus. And I'm like, oh, so it's a fucking new dinosaur or some shit that they fucking came up with. I haven't been in school in years. And, they find new fossils all the time. So like, can you spell it for me? And it's like Thesaraus. And I was like, are you talking about a thesaurus? He's like, yeah, like it's not a dinosaur. He's like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, so you want
Nice.
a thesaurus? Okay, so then
Thesaurus Rex.
So I went and told the story to my coworkers, and they all thought it was pretty funny too. It's even funnier if you work in the library. So there's one guy who used to work with us. Got his name. He was actually he's a nice guy from Canada. He moved from Canada down to Miami for a job here.
Sounds like a Jeremy.
No, actually, Dan's girlfriend knew him. He used to work with Dan's girlfriend.
Right, move along.
And anywho, so this guy was very quiet, extremely mild-mannered, and he had anonymously put this picture of like a dinosaur, looking like a thesaurus. And I'm like, who the hell put this there? And everyone started laughing at me, and he eventually said it. I was like, I'm gonna get you. And I was like joking around. He left for the day.
That's awesome.
He took that threat
Wow.
seriously. But anyway, go ahead and talk about your.
Have you ever ate a fucking thesaurus?
The many beers. Many beers. Beers.
Go ahead.
Beers is...
Plethora time.
It reminded me of Rick and Morty. Like when Rick opens his fucking spaceship and there's a whole bunch of cans out.
They fall out of his spaceship.
Yeah. That was like, wow. They arrested Rick.
So you interrupted that. You had to go in front. You had to go in front of that. You couldn't just make that little comment.
All I know is that he told the story. And I'm just looking. I'm making eye contact with Jose to my right, and I start scanning the room. And I catch the first thing that catches my eyes are Reyes' eyes, and we just look at each other, and we have the same look of like, "Holy shit! I can't believe I caught up that story."
All right. It was still worth mentioning after all of that.
All right, so Alex, I thought about your beer Cicerone fucking test thing.
Beer Cicerone. For the
Cicerones for all your bronies. All right, so when you're doing level 1, let's say.
Yeah.
So this is just you try. It's like a blind test of trying all the beers, and you have to just name the style, right? You don't have to name the beer.
Level 1 is actually incredibly simple. It's a 60-question multiple choice online exam, closed book. You can't see the air quotes right now, but yeah, it's closed book. Super simple. That's why I encourage anybody who wants to get it. Super easy. $69 gets you 2 tries at it.
$69.
Passed it on my first try.
Yeah.
And really, I studied for 30 minutes, and it was just the actual like beer serving stuff, because I don't have tons of experience with it. But anybody who's drank a ton of beers can identify the styles on the multiple choice portion. It's for level 2, the certified Cicerone, where you actually have to do the taste panel.
See,
okay.
I always find it interesting when somebody says the difference between a ton of beer or a ton of beers.
Oh.
Well, when I say beers, I'm thinking different styles, right? I'm thinking like different styles of beer,
Right.
different beers.
Oh, and by the way, for the level 2 you were talking about, you had to know about the proper glassware for each style and all that stuff.
Yes.
Um,
yeah, that's definitely a part of it. Some of the questions will say what style of glass should this style of beer be served in. Some of the questions also say like what
the hell is the Teku glass for?
I'm sorry?
The Teku?
Yeah, so that's one of those specialty glasses that typically it's the idea is that it's for either very high gravity beers or sour beers.
So anything that's special, really.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's the ultimate bottle share glass, and also shows everyone how pretentious you are. I'm being a jerk. I fucking love that glass. I think it's cool as shit.
Yeah, it's a cool glass. I was gonna say, and you were talking about if a glass is clean.
Yeah,
This is a beer 101 for you kids out there. Hey, so if you're ever in a restaurant or whatever, and you got a dirty glass, if the carbonation as it's coming up through the glass, if the bubbles are sticking to the side, that means the glass is dirty.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Bingo,
Yeah,
bingo,
there you go.
bango, bucko.
So
That's something.
if you got a lot of bubbles on the side of your glass, tell them to watch that shit because it's
Tell 'em
full
to-
of ass.
Yes.
Tell them to shave that ass, but wash your glass.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can tell who's been drinking before the show started.
JJ. Fuck.
No, actually, lacing,
No, lace is different.
lacing clean to your glass is a sign of a clean glass.
Exactly.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's when the carbonation sticks to the side of your glass.
Yeah, like if
Is
you
that
get a
it's-
full point, a full point, a full
Point.
point.
Oh
I
god.
always have a full point.
Oh god. I think my speech impediment is infectious.
So yeah, if you get like a pint glass and you see whatever style of beer and you see fucking just bubbles all along the side, that means that shit's dirty.
It's
The,
ironic.
the
'cause I think-
carbonation is clinging to debris on the side of the glasses.
Yep.
I think our beers have gotten stronger as the night has progressed.
That is safe to say, I believe.
Cheers to us.
Yeah, cheers.
I
Cheers.
gotta say that beer, the last one though. So let me ask you, Jose, what burns your bacon?
Burns my bacon is heading off a little bit of what I had the previous episode, I believe, on the fractions. I just realized this week.
What? I'm sorry, dude. Because the three of us looked at each other and have no clue.
We're listening though.
Yes, go ahead.
On how the nuts and bolts have like fractions to them.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember now,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. There we go.
Because
Because of your desk.
yes, because of my desk and my brewing equipment, I'm trying to build my mash tun and get the spigot to actually fit into a 3/4 female.
Yeah, I try and fit into the female too.
Mind you, it's too small most of the time. So.
Oh.
But this time I actually ordered a
Whoa,
bushing.
why is it too small? Maybe the female is just too wide.
Oh man. You're gonna get in so much trouble.
You're already on wheat thins.
For those listeners, Alex by accident fed the
I didn't feed them. I watched them eat.
Yeah, he failed to notify the authorities that my cats are eating my
People
wife's
food.
food.
I just thought that you guys
Off
were
their
feeding
plate.
them really well.
Oh, a hard-boiled
they
egg.
were
Like a plate of food.
You
Like,
were one of those.
Ooh, a hard-boiled egg. I don't get these at home.
But to be
Time for
honest,
that shit.
Reyes is like, man, I'm just used to go through the BK with my coupon.
6180 for the listener.
but heading
She's gonna kill you, though. For real. She's gonna poison you. He's like, here, I made you some food, Ray.
It's fucking
Tastes
me.
I'll let the cats eat it.
It's fucking meow mix.
They've all had some already.
wait, you want food? Oh no, wait, it's not yours. It's for the cat.
Oh,
Oh, Reyes, here, I made you
He's
tuna
like,
salad.
Fuck it, I'm cool with them. Hey guys, let's eat.
I
those
get
cans are
distinct flavors
delicious.
of liver and tuna.
But your way.
Cheese.
They obviously eat real human food because
Yeah, I'll be cleaning that up later, by the way. But yeah.
so the fractions.
No, so I just realized today that because what was happening is I was getting the wrong measurements consistently, because when you measure with the tape measure, the hole and the for female part and the the screw on the male part.
I'm just watching this dog being saved by a man in a helicopter. I'm sorry, Jose.
I just saw it right now.
oh, turn this off. I thought you were talking about measuring the female part, and
I was laughing
I
at
thought you were gonna
that.
say. I was laughing to myself because you're like 1/2 is equal to 2/4. Who the fuck knew this shit?
No, this is the problem.
Yes, it does.
No.
Don't you argue with me on that?
No, if you measure the opening for the 3/4, it actually measures
0.75. I understand.
no 1/8 over of what it is.
Maybe you have a
Because it's
dysfunctional-
male, not female. Right? Because it's supposed to go into something. It's not going over something.
So exactly. So what I was doing is I was measuring on the thread from thread to thread, but actually there's another table that I found online that actually tells you, oh wait, 1/2. Like for instance, I was measuring 1/2 of an inch on the male part. It's actually 3/8.
Right, because half refers to the entire connection, not to the individual.
Exactly.
piece.
There we go. So I
got
just
you.
burned
I
my
got you.
bacon because I've been going through connectors, like going back to Lowe's.
Like a
You've been-
motherfucker.
You've been
Like
trying
a
to stick your bolts
motherfucker.
in those nuts, and then nothing fit properly.
No, nothing fit properly. It was
but
too
then,
small.
but then you know, throughout your life though, you eventually found the right the right nut.
yes.
We're
And-
all just on a search for the right nut.
and then the mash happened. But
And now you're just
So
A little
now,
bit of silence there. We all thought about what to say.
you're just
Should we
in,
say something?
Just fermentation's going on right now. You guys are
Yeah.
fermenting.
so hopefully I can get the right measurements.
Fermentation and sex are two words that I don't want to happen at the same time.
I'd fuck in a brewery.
Yeah.
I know. Sounds like a good recipe for an yeast infection.
I don't know. I'm waiting for marriage.
You're waiting for marriage?
To drink a beer? Because
Sure.
I feel like you've had beer before marriage.
You would think so.
Should I do
Yeah,
that?
because I fucking see you drink 4 of them.
I've been pouring it over my shoulder. It's like a wet stain over here.
It's fucking Hollywood. It's brown water in his glass. It's not actually bourbon.
You haven't actually seen me pour a beer. Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
didn't you pour one? Yeah, you did. You did. You poured the New Belgium one. I saw you pour it.
You thought I poured it.
Yeah, I totally saw you empty one and then go for the other one. I totally saw that.
There is
It
no
could
lying
ha-
under
It
brother.
could have happened. But I'm waiting for marriage.
See, fucking.
Should I do the T-Bone
Ray,
Neal
Ray
for
is
you?
condones no lying in Beer Bros BS.
Nah, I call it how I see it.
Exactly. 100. We keep it 100 on Beer Bros
100.
BS.
Put some respect
that was
on
a,
it.
That was a
Respect.
that was a quick quick, what burns your bacon?
Yeah, that
JJ.
one was super fast.
JJ,
Depends.
how quick is yours?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty brief. So a recent trend I've seen on hey, guess what? Miami traffic complaints. My latest one is people doing FaceTime while they're driving.
I did that this morning.
You're a motherfucker, then, dude.
I swear to God, I did it this morning.
Dude, so like I'm sitting here at this light waiting behind this dude, and I just see him going like this. I'm like, is this dude trying to like pluck an eyebrow?
No,
What the
he's
fuck?
probably taking a selfie though.
But-
At that distance.
No, but like he kept going like this, and then his other hand was like pointing and doing the typical Miami.
That was this morning.
No,
Because that was probably was it a white Chrysler? Because it was probably me then.
no, it wasn't you, man. It was a fucking SUV, and then I pulled up alongside him at the next light, and he still had the phone in his fucking hand the whole time, and you could see, like, I guess he was talking to someone, and he was going blah, 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 and the light turned green, and there was no one behind me, so I just, like, laid on the horn for a good 5 seconds, and then he just kind of, like, put the phone down and, like, looked over to me. I was on his right side, and he just looked at me and, like, made a face, like I was the asshole. The light was green for...
But you're blocking up traffic too then.
Yeah, but I made sure there was no one behind me. I wanted to make sure I was getting his attention.
So
I like causing road rage.
You should be careful with that in Miami.
yeah, you'll get
I might
shot
die.
quick.
Yeah, all right. All right, I won't do that anymore. But please, don't do FaceTime while you're fucking driving, please.
Well, maybe it's important for somebody. Maybe you're
Dude,
helping them
fucking
out.
pull over
A
to the side of
text
the...
message would
Yeah,
suffice.
Oh, yeah, that's probably too, yeah.
My brother-in-law's brother-in-law, who I'm also good friends with, had a job interview today.
How'd it
And
go?
I haven't had a chance to talk to
You
him.
didn't FaceTime him while you were in
Well,
traffic?
he was trying to tie a bow tie before the interview, and for those of you who don't know, I have tons of bow ties, not clip-ons, the real kind, and they're not the
Lead
easiest
press
thing.
on.
They're not the easiest thing to tie. If you've never tied it before. So he tried looking at some videos. He couldn't figure out there was a step he was missing, and it really is the hardest step. It's the final step of pulling the bow through, and so we FaceTimed this morning while I was on the way to the gym, and he was sitting in his car before he got into his office for the interview, trying to get that tie right, and we FaceTimed the whole way. Good 15 minutes.
I have to ask, what job was it for?
I didn't ask.
I feel like he could have just gone with a regular necktie.
He
Why did he
want
put himself through the trouble?
But seriously, do you want people on their fucking video phones fucking trying to FaceTime to fucking tie a tie while they're fucking trying to drive through Miami traffic? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, there's no school now. Traffic ain't so bad.
Bullshit in Miami.
Still though, whenever. All right, so
But
back to
there
George
might-
Carlin.
There
Back
might
to George
not be any
Carlin.
school, but there's definitely a lot of fucking rain out there.
Back to George Carlin. He said there's 3 types of drivers in the world. There's you, there's assholes, and there's maniacs. And basically, anybody going faster than you is a maniac. Look at that fucking maniac. Should watch where he's going, that fucking maniac. And anybody going slower than you is an asshole. That fucking asshole. Get out of my way, you fucking asshole. And every time I run into an asshole, they're on their fucking phone.
Yep. Also, they have the little Jesus fish on the back of their car. They tend to be slow drivers too. It makes you that. Yeah,
Well,
it's just an
I think-
observation.
no,
it makes
I
you
think-
want to say
I think,
Jesus.
Look, I mean, I'm
Well,
not,
I think the
I'm not trying to
the-
be holier
I
than
think
thou
the
or anything.
demographic for that one, the reason is because there's too many fucking old people
My
driving
second
on
car
the
had
Yeah.
it.
the road.
Also, if you see anyone
I'm
with
probably a faster
the,
driver than most of you.
if they have a handicap thing hanging from the mirror while they're driving,
Why you're FaceTiming Dave? Because that's dangerous.
yeah, that's bad, dude.
I never use it at the same time.
I mean,
I'm
look,
not gonna stop.
I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be
Can't
holier
stop,
than, I'm not trying to be holier than thou, but I definitely think that cell phone use contributes to traffic.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to say. And that burns my bacon.
Turn that shit off.
What burns my bacon is holding my pee, and I'm just saying that because I'm holding it right fucking now.
Dude, just go.
No, we're recording right now, but
Well,
I kind of, you know what?
Fill up a bottle.
Well, wait.
What's so you
Can
know
we,
what's
can we
so
move
bad
this
about
thing like
adult
over to the
diapers?
bathroom?
Right?
What's so bad about adult diapers? Why do they gotta only be for the incontinent? Why why can't we have diapers if we want them?
Yeah.
I kind of want them. Maybe I'm gonna start fucking wearing diapers. Nobody will fucking know when I'm peeing.
Or I think we'll know.
Why? 'Cause
I would
I'll have a look of fucking pure ecstasy on my face.
I think your eyes will roll up just a little bit.
Or you might want to invest in
And I'm back.
racing.
Peeing is great, bro. I love peeing.
I would
way better
imagine
than shitting.
I would imagine it would
Shitting is a
probably
fucking mission.
still roll
Gotta wipe your
down
ass,
the slide of your
wipe the
leg.
seat.
Or
Oh, that would suck. No, I mean, I want
So
the
you're just sitting
pants, bro.
there and we just see drip, drip.
no, or you might.
I hope the diapers are better than that.
Do we say something? Do we say something about that? Like, is somebody gonna bring that up?
Or
we're
you
just
might
gonna
want to
ignore
invest in professional racing gear.
Yeah, well, do they use catheters? Because I don't want.
No.
I'm not about that life.
Yeah, that shit sucks. I've had to do that for surgeries. That's
Yes, it does suck.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like my
Anything
pee
up
hole's
your
an
ding
exit
dong
only.
is
Yeah.
that doesn't belong there.
It's an exit only. Nothing goes in there.
Yeah.
Everything goes out.
Yeah,
That's also how I feel about my butt.
that burns your butt.
So you heard it here first. Reyes does not let his salad be tossed.
Well, if it's on the outside, that's cool.
But inside the bowl,
If you like the taste
But
of
inside,
shit, if you like the taste of shit, that's your problem. I don't really care.
you
With
could
some
just
cool
shower.
ranch dressing.
You could just
Some
shower.
seasoning.
Yeah, we're good.
Come on, like,
Yeah, like, who
like-
showers these days?
like,
Fuck out of here.
we're in a
Come on
drought.
now. Who really showers?
We're in a drought.
Oh, see, goddammit.
Who washes their ass?
See, every time I come here, I forget my original burns my bacon. And
I don't know.
No.
okay.
I really feel like it doesn't matter how
next
many
episode.
times you wash your ass, you've shat out of it just as many times, if not more.
Soap.
Yeah, so what?
You don't put soap on your butthole while you're sitting at the public toilet.
No,
I
you
mean-
put soap in your butthole and you're fucking
Yeah,
washing
but think
yourself.
about all the hours.
You put soap on your butthole?
I clean myself.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
but you'll put it inside your ass.
Ooh. If only you guys could see Dave's fucking technique.
And I go,
He's zestfully clean, literally. He's
No,
full of
Irish-
it.
Zesty. That shit is zesty as fuck.
Irish Spring.
I wonder what the shape of his bar of soap is.
It's regular.
That's the soap popping out.
And I catch it because I don't drop it.
Oh,
No, just kidding. I use
It's
liquid
wedged.
soap. I use liquid soap.
Liquid
just-
soap.
Okay.
that would burn.
I like liquid soap. Nah,
Put liquid soap in your asshole?
I mean, it hasn't it doesn't burn when I wipe.
Oh God, it burns!
No, but you'll pump the
when you
liquid
do.
in your
Yeah,
asshole.
when I do,
You pump.
which is when I shower.
Yeah,
Once every full moon.
so, Reyes, you enjoy
Yeah, say what?
doing hitting the pump on the liquid soap as it shoots into your asshole?
No, I usually squirt it into my hand, or it'll be
And then put a couple fingers in?
no fingers in, just like if I was wiping my ass with toilet paper, but with soap on my hand.
So, question.
And then it's
Except
When
when
you
you
wipe
the
your
toilet
ass,
paper
okay,
breaks
okay.
and then your fingers go
I'm
through.
always
That's
interested in this.
Yeah, no shitty fingers.
This will tell a lot about people. When you wipe your ass and you're sitting on the toilet, do you wipe from back to front or front to back?
I wipe front to back from the back.
Front to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, front
Yeah,
to back,
like-
front to back with
yeah.
my left hand.
Okay, that says a lot about you guys.
That's the way my grandpa taught me when I was 3 years old.
And it says who taught him.
Yeah, same.
That's the way that women are taught to wipe.
To prevent a yeast infection.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Usually,
go.
if you've been taught by a man, it doesn't fucking. You don't fucking care. Just wash my balls. Wipe front.
Yeah, but
I
then
feel like I wouldn't want shitty balls walking away from the toilet.
Well, you don't have shit on your balls.
So
I feel like it's just the cleanest way to
Dave,
go.
because he doesn't want it to look like the same motion, is that he's
I'm not gonna do it like a woman. I'm gonna have shitty balls.
wipe it from the bottom of my asshole towards my
I don't
balls.
think I could reach sitting on a toilet. I don't think I could reach.
talk
that
about
way.
having a shitty.
Yeah, your hand would be in the water.
Have your hand
Do you
in
really?
the water?
That's how you really do it, Dave? You really
Yeah, that's
do
how
it?
most men do it.
JJ.
You're fucking outnumbered right here. Tell yourself whatever you want, bro.
Considering who I'm sitting with, I feel
Your
like I'm in good
bros.
company.
Your beer
Oh, so
bros.
you're throwing us under the bus now.
I don't know,
okay.
man.
Yeah,
I really
no,
feel.
now
I
you're
really
all
feel
gonna-
like you're outnumbered, and I think that we should do a survey on Twitter.
Yeah, no, I
Because-
think you're
Oh,
all.
yes. I think you're outnumbered,
we should
bro.
Do
I really
Twitter
think you're
vote
outnumbered.
on Twitter.
Yes, we need a Twitter poll.
I don't care if
You're
you
all
have a
gonna start asking
vagina
your
or
friends.
testicles.
You're gonna start asking
Back
your
to
friends.
front is weird.
That's fucking normal. You're a fucking man. You have nothing there. You don't
I have plenty there.
I've got money there. You got my balls and dick in the way.
How fucking far do you wipe your shit up your ass to your back or something? You fucking stop at
Well,
a certain point.
I don't know, man. I just feel like this is like a shorter route. This is just a shorter route.
Yeah,
This is kind of long.
This is
I don't know. I feel
rather
like,
than. Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm sitting, I can get to my butt faster from
Are you
from
leaving
the back.
Are you leaving a gap on the side of the seat there?
Yes, I lean to the left and I wipe.
Oh,
Exactly.
ironic. When you're sitting there, there's a gap already there. You don't have to move your body.
No,
That-
your fucking balls
that
are
gap-
thicker
that
there.
I saw it right there. You
That
can
gap
see-
is filled with my testicles.
Yeah, dude.
I can't reach my ass across my testicles.
Well, to be honest, I've never tried because it just doesn't seem like the most
Yeah.
efficient way.
Now you're all gonna try him.
I will try it.
Fuck.
I will try it.
This is not natural. This is not a
I
natural.
know. I feel like
Look, I would.
This is a natural motion.
I don't think.
I
any of
feel
them
like
are
I would
natural.
fall-
I
This
feel like
is
the
a natural motion.
I feel like
like-
the natural thing to do would be to shit in a stream of water and just have the fucking water clean you.
yeah. There you go.
I feel like that's the most natural way.
Well, my
I've-
bidet solves that problem half the time.
half the other half.
then you got dingleberries.
Yes.
Yes.
And it makes it awkward when the cats start just hanging
Oh,
around,
see, that-
hovering around the fucking.
Yeah, see, that's
bidet.
what started the fight at Sloppy Joe's. There we go.
It was a back to front, front to back.
Yeah, because they had dingleberries, so it was a dingleberry wind chime. So you had so you had the wind passing through the wind chime. Ooh. That would be rough.
There are a lot of fans of Sloppy Joe's.
Wait, is this all from my bacon burning?
Right? 10-minute discussion about how you wipe your ass.
Well, I'm glad you had a short what burns your bacon there.
Yeah, I'm the one that's fucking holding his piss right now.
Oh, I guess you haven't realized this is a cruel joke on my part.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
anyway.
Alex. Don't you hate when you have to take a piss and shit gets involved?
So what burns my bacon are people who are supposed to be at the recording but aren't.
I knew he was going to do this.
Very quick. So let me ask you guys, what was your favorite beer of the night?
This bourbon barrel quad, whatever the fuck.
It's by Boulevard.
Oh!
Boulevard.
No, I take it back. It's the Galaxy. I forgot that we had that.
Okay, Reyes.
Kind of drunk.
Yeah, Galactic Double Daisy Cutter.
O's.
I like the barley one.
Well, I'm gonna go with bourbon.
I'm very
Bourbon
good
Barrel
as
Quad.
usual.
Yeah. So as always, guys, you can always find us online at facebook.com/BeerBrosBS. Also on Twitter and Instagram at BeerBrosBS. As always, you can find everything on our website,
Our web
beerbrosbs.com
com
forward
forward
slash.
slash.
Well, we're just gonna hold it. We can hold it. You know.
Wait.
I think
Let's
I
hold
can
it a
outwit
bit.
you
I'm
here.
doing I don't know,
And
bro.
podcast.
I'm doing pretty fine.
Wait,
It's
wait.
not pleasant, but
And-
I'm hanging in there.
And podcast.
No,
Podcast
We haven't
addict.
get to that point.
Oh.
Don't forget to subscribe to our show
Slow.
on iTunes and
Slow.
SoundCloud. And
Podcast. Podcast addict.
so, let me ask you guys about this beer. Let's take a second sip of it. Of the bourbon barrel quad. I think we have some left here.
Yeah, I'll take 3 sips if you got it.
Yeah, I was going to say I still have some in my glass.
It's all gonna come out anyways.
Hey, next time we have to record a little bit closer to the bathroom so we could wheel the microphone in.
There.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, he's out. What a gentleman. Alex.
Hey, take your time. Slow pour. I don't want a lot of carbonation.
He's going from front. He's going from back to front.
Yeah. All right.
Still going.
Save some for JJ.
I'm good.
I'll take some more then. What do you
Thanks
guys
to
think?
thanks to
Test
my
smell.
thanks to my friends at MIA for
Stop trying to get more
Great beer.
votes for your beer there, Dave.
Oh, I'm just putting you through hell right
It's
now.
been settled. Well, I'm just gonna.
This is
leave-
the
I'm gonna let
extended edition of the
satisfaction
podcast.
having-
thinking of let's start thinking of fountains, showering rain coming down,
Well,
Ew.
actually, speaking of showering rains, my parents were at the Niagara Falls.
How did that go, Jose? Was it a quick trip?
I never knew that my mom could take so many awkward pictures and send it to me through.
Oh, dude, that's gross. Why are you talking about their personal life?
Oh no, not those type of awkward.
There was a look of discontent right there that he briefly had, like he wanted to punch you, and he said, "No, I'm not like that. I'm not going to punch JJ."
No. It's no. It's just like my mom is always like, "Oh, I can't." Oh,
Where you
there we
going,
go. Rip.
That is rude. I would not walk away from you in mid story.
And he didn't. And he farted on your story too, man.
I feel like I won this. So thanks for listening to Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Wait.
Go
You
ahead,
can hear the waterfalls right now.
Only if the microphone connects. Then Niagara Falls is taking place, and the recording studio.
But the sweet irony, my mom doesn't know how to use a cell phone, but once she gets to Niagara Falls, oh, here's a bunch of pictures. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna
He's been
suggest.
playing you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
fine.
suggest to Dave that talking about water doesn't work, but if you give him a quick poke, that would have been efficient. But
Well, he was a good 6 feet from me.
yeah, you got good reach. Yes, that was implied.
Yeah, okay. I was like, should I make the dick joke, or was that dick joke already just waiting for me to take it, or how's it's gonna?
By the way, with the back to front, that would make teabagging very awkward.
Hey.
Brown teabag.
yeah, it's one. I think Bert Kreischer has a whole thing on this as well.
Yes.
That like men wipe back to front, and when he had his first daughter, and he was trying to teach his daughter how to go, his wife was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You don't do that. It has to go front to back because of what we have." And he's like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And because men, we don't have that issue.
No, you're right. He did talk about that on the show. I know. I guess it just depends on.
Well, who taught you how to wipe your ass, Jose?
Most likely my mom.
And how about you, JJ?
My mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was my grandpa who taught me.
Well, that doesn't mean who
Who taught him?
taught him.
Disaster avoided.
Careful. Karma's a bitch.
Just because I'm right.
Shots fired. Crossfire.
Anywho's,
Yes. Wrap it up.
if you want to ask me, it was my grandfather.
Well, mine was dead too soon, so. Wait, that's not funny. Why am I laughing?
It would probably be because of the 11.8% bourbon barrel quad you've been drinking. I've been refilling you.
I know. I had a couple machetes at MIA Brewing.
That's a
friends
fine
of the
beer.
friends of the podcast. Thanks, Bear.
Good shout out to MIA, inviting us twice to their brewery, opening their doors for us.
They're good people.
So again, I will say, as always, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeerBrosBS, Instagram, and
Podcast addicts.
Twitter at BeerBrosBS. As always, remember to subscribe to our show on iTunes, SoundCloud, and
Podcast addicts.
remember to email any of your ideas, questions, comments,
Naked
voyeuristic
photos.
Podcast
No.
addict.
Voyeuristic
Yeah,
pictures
send
too.
the dick pics.
Send your dick pics too.
I'm just saying that because Dave's gonna be the first
Apollo
time to see it.
Industries.
Y'all don't remember that, but I can say at the Metal Chef.
Nah, fuck that. They don't love me.
Send it to them. Send it to
Answer
the
our
king.
Twitter polls, please. It's very important to our research.
Be sure to feed people food to Jose's cats.
Send all, yeah. Make sure you bring out an offering of human food if you'd like to be a part of the show, and send any pictures of your baby elephant walk to King of Alapata
I don't know what a baby elephant, whatever that was.
or Elephant Walk.
I'm not sure what that is, but I do like pictures of tits dressed as mice.
No, you want to know what that is? Jose? Turn around. No. Yeah. When I say turn around, and you say no. You already know what it is.
No, I don't. But it's not going to a good place.
Yeah, anything with Dave.
If you wipe from back to front with shit on your nuts, send those pictures to the big librarian.
So you're telling me if
Dingle
you
nuts.
like a man,
at the big librarian.
Yeah, fucking dingle nuts.
I'll just don't worry. I'll cut your whole part out. Yo,
There's always next week.
I'll cut it in at King of Alabama. I felt the blood rush to my head there for a second.
I think
Which one?
America scolded their goal. The game's already over, but they still did.
USA, congratulations.
Whoop whoop.
Anyway, I'm Dave, King of Alabama.
I'm Alex, the big librarian.
I'm Jose, the metal chef.
I'm JJ, I messed up my words.
Oh, that's not funny. You just don't know his handle. Do you?
It's Jose Jr. 38, what the fuck?
Okay.
9.
Oh, you don't know it.
Well, that sounds as exciting as saying pterodactyl or some shit.
Or the bad honey badger.
Oh, check if that's taken.
I don't think so.
Hurry up before this thing airs. The listener might take it.
Well, the honey badger is a football player.
Yeah, but I'm
But
the bad one.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so good night, guys.
Good night. Cheers.
Good night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.